What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a small modification to my 2022 Ram 2500 Cummins. And what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be installing a Stealth Performance module on this truck. And basically what the Stealth Performance module is doing is increasing your low to mid-range power. And it's doing that by manipulating the fuel pressure sensor and boost pressure sensor. You are going to get increased torque at low to mid range. You're going to get increased throttle response. You're going to get reduced lag. You're just going to get an improved overall drivability on your truck, which for any of you out there that value performance, this is going to give you that. But for other people who might be towing or hauling, increasing your overall torque and drivability is going to help you with your towing and hauling, and it does not leave behind any mapping, so you don't have to be concerned about messing around with your warranty, because you could easily unplug the Stealth Performance module and take your vehicle in for full warranty service, so it is safe for your warranty. And what's even better is it's a simple plug and play unit. So enough talk, let's just jump in and let's check this thing out. Okay, so over here, I just took everything out of the box. So it has your installation guide in here. It has a Stealth decal here. It comes with a couple zip ties here. Here is the Stealth Performance module here. And then it comes with your plug and play adapter here. And then it has your switch, which we will run to the inside of the cab so that you can easily adjust your Stealth Performance module to different levels of performance. Now again, what makes the Stealth Performance module a very popular modification is that on some of the newer 5th gen diesel trucks, it is very hard to delete these trucks. It's very expensive to do that. So if you're looking to increase the overall performance on your truck and you don't want to go through the hassle and cost of deleting it, then I would highly recommend checking out the Stealth Performance module, because it's a great alternative to increasing your overall torque and performance, lowering your lag, increasing throttle response, and just overall increasing drivability on your truck at a much lower cost. Now in the past, I have used throttle enhancing products, but keep in mind, those throttle enhancing products are just remapping your throttle. This Stealth Performance module is actually increasing your throttle response, reducing the lag, but it is also manipulating your fuel pressure sensor and your boost pressure sensor so that you are increasing your overall torque and drivability. And I've been looking at the Stealth module for a long time because I've been wanting to try it out to see what does it really truly feel like in the vehicle, and do I think it's worth it or not. And that's what we're going to try out today. Okay, so to get started, this is what you have to do. Pull your vehicle in to wherever you are planning on doing this modification, because we are going to need to let the truck sit there for a little bit. So once you park your truck, pop the hood, shut your doors, take your key fobs as far away from the truck as possible. If you happen to have a backup key fob in the house, grab that one and move it away from the truck as well. You don't want any of your key fobs to the truck close to the truck. You need to get them away from the truck, and we are going to let the truck sit for a good 20 minutes or so. We need to let that computer system go to sleep, and we need the engine to cool off a little bit. So I'm going to let the truck sit for a little bit, and we'll be back in a minute. So we've let the truck sit for a good 20 minutes. Now we are going to start the installation. So I took the Stealth Performance module out of the bag, and that's what it looks like here. So what we're going to do is plug in the end of the harness here. So this plug right here is just primarily going to go to our dash switch. We're not going to worry about that one just yet. So we're going to take the supplied Stealth Performance harness and we're going to plug it into the back of the module just like this. Okay, make sure it clips in there all the way. So now we are going to take this whole harness and we are going to start this install. So let's set this up here just like that for now. Okay, then we're going to climb up onto the right side, the driver's side of your engine, to the right back of the engine. I have this large harness here. So what I'm going to start off doing is just unplugging this big harness, just to set that out of the way for now, to give me a little bit more hand room, because this harness right here has a lead wire coming off, and you see that little yellow tab? We need to lift that yellow tab up, which is attached to this wire right here. So try to get yourself a pick tool like this, and we're going to come in from the side and try to grab that yellow tab, and we're going to just lift the tab up. It's kind of tight getting in here with the camera, but we're going to take our little pick and we're going to come down from the side and we're going to lift up that yellow tab. Okay. Take your one hand, grab this harness wire up top up here, and then take your finger down underneath and press in on that yellow tab. So you press in on the yellow tab, lift the wire, and we're going to pop out our fuel pressure sensor right here. Then coming off the Stealth Performance module, the one harness says fuel right here. So we know this is the wire here that has to connect over here. So what we're going to do, you're going to take this harness here and plug it in to this harness here coming off your engine. So we're just going to plug that in, plug it in so it clicks. And then you're going to take this one coming off of the Stealth Performance module and plug this one back down under here. And once it's plugged in all the way, take your pick or your finger and press the yellow tab down to lock it in. So we're going to make sure the yellow tab is up, which we are. Then we're going to come down here. And if you look here, let's see if I can get you there now. There's that sensor right down below. Okay. That little sensor right there where my finger's pointing at, that's where we have to plug in our new sensor coming off the harness. So we're just going to move out of the way, come down there, plug it in. I'm going to try to use my pick to kind of push it. All right. And then try to come underneath. Use my pick again. Lock it in. Okay, so now our fuel pressure sensor harness coming off the Stealth Performance module, that's all done. And then we'll come back here shortly and clean it up and zip tie everything out of the way. But while I'm up here, I'm going to take my other harness here, plug this back in so I don't forget. Again, I got big hands, so I just like to unplug that big harness out of the way to give myself some more room. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is find our map sensor, which is right here. So right in front of your brake fluid reservoir, there's a sensor right here. All we need to do is come down there, press the little tab, unplug it. Simple as that. Then we're going to take the other harness coming off the Stealth Performance module that is listed as boost. There's going to be 2 plugs there. So what you're going to do is take the orange harness plug coming off the Stealth harness, and you're going to plug that in back under here till it clips. And then you're going to take the other side of the Stealth Performance harness and you're going to plug it in to the harness we unplugged originally. So plug that in down there. Push hard enough to where it feels like it clicks into place, and then give it a little tug just to make sure everything is seated properly. And then that's it. So what you want to do then is pretty much take your wire harnesses like this, maybe tuck them behind your brake fluid reservoir. Okay, and then we can use some zip ties to zip tie them out of the way. And then we'll zip tie this over there. And then basically what we'll do is we now have our harness sitting over here. So now you can clean up the excess wires, zip tie them out of the way, and tuck your Stealth Performance module anywhere you want. I'll just probably tuck mine down back over here, or zip tie it out of the way back over here, just like that. So the final thing we have to do is take our control knob switch, and then we're going to run that through the firewall, come back up here, plug it in, mount our switch on the dash, and then we are done. So I'm just going to take an old vehicle antenna that I have laying in my garage. I'm going to push the antenna through that little grommet down there out into the engine bay, and then I'll tape up my harness wire switch to that, and then I'll take my harness wire switch, pull it through, plug it in, and we'll be done. So let me work on that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so over here from the engine bay, I have an old vehicle antenna right here that I have shoved through the grommet down here that goes inside the cab, which came out right here. So the grommet's right up under there. So basically what I'm going to do now is take this side of my control switch right here, tape it up to the antenna, pull it through, plug it into the harness out there, and then I just have to mount this somewhere on my dash. So let me start doing that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled my switch wire down from the engine bay through the rubber grommet down there, pulled it up here, and I decided I'm going to mount my switch up here on the lower dash. So I took that lower dash panel out, pulled my wire through, drilled a hole in the panel, ran my switch from the back, screwed it down, put it back in, and now we're good to go. So now all I have to do is push my panel back in like that, and my switch is mounted there. Now on the switch, there are 4 levels. All the way to the left, we'll call that 0, that is stock. You can go to low, medium, high. So it's basically stock, low, medium, high. Then I'm gonna come back up here. So now all I have to do is zip tie some of these cables out of the way, and then we're gonna start the truck up, and then we're gonna go take it for a spin and try it out. So let me clean this up and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're in the truck, so let's go ahead and start it up and see what happens. So what we're looking for is any check engine lights for now. So far, I don't really see anything. So far, so good. Okay, so I've been driving around using the Stealth Performance module, and so far, I really like it. It doesn't give you that gimmicky, extra sensitive throttle feel that is common on a lot of basic aftermarket throttle boosters. It doesn't feel like that. I've definitely noticed that the Stealth Performance module decreases the overall lag, but improves the throttle response. It doesn't feel all jumpy and extra sensitive. It feels very controllable and very predictable, which I honestly really like. And for a lot of you out there that do a lot of towing and hauling, you don't want your throttle to be very jumpy and sensitive. You want something that feels very controllable and predictable, which is what you're going to get on the Stealth Performance module. Now, as far as the power and torque goes, I definitely feel an increase. And how I realize that is because I have the switch on my dash. What I did was I put the switch on stock and then drove around the block, drove up some hills, laid into that throttle a little bit just to feel that response. And then I would stop, switch it on high, and then see what the Stealth Performance module felt like. And when you're comparing them back to back, you could definitely feel a difference. I 100% can feel more power and torque in the low to mid range when I just start pushing into that throttle. There is no delay, there is no building up to it. It's literally right there. And I really like that responsive power that I've gained. And keep in mind, I'm running a lifted truck on 26 by 14 wheels on 38 by 15 and a half inch wide tires. And those are very heavy wheels. And when you're running big, heavy wheels like that on a stock truck, your truck can feel a little sluggish. But after installing the Stealth Performance module, I no longer feel that sluggishness. It feels really good. It actually gives me immediate response, and it feels very powerful. And I'm really happy with that overall increase of performance and drivability. So again, a lot of you out there that actually do a lot of towing and hauling, having increased power and torque in your low to mid range, decreasing your lag and increasing your overall throttle performance in a very controllable and predictable way is going to make your towing and hauling experience a lot better. And again, my truck is stock. It is not deleted. A lot of you guys out there might be comparing deleting your truck to a Stealth Performance module, but just know this, on the newer diesel trucks, it's very expensive to delete them anymore. Not to mention that it's illegal and it does void your warranty. But if you're trying to get similar performance out of your truck and you don't want to delete your truck, I would definitely check out the Stealth Performance module because it feels very similar. And how I know this is because on my last truck, it was a 2016 lifted Cummins, I had that truck deleted. That instant power and performance that you get from a deleted truck, you're going to get a similar feeling out of your truck running a Stealth Performance module, and then you won't have to go through the hassle and cost of deleting your truck. But again, after driving around in my 2022 Ram 2500 Cummins using the Stealth Performance module, I am really happy with it. It feels great. I feel like I woke my truck up again. Oh, I have that throttle performance that I want. I have that increased torque and power that I want, and it just makes my truck more fun to drive. And I am definitely happy with the results that the Stealth Performance module has given me. Okay, everybody, so we're back. So my overall impressions of the Stealth Performance module, I honestly really like it. I'm very impressed. You do get reduced lag, you do get increased throttle response, but it's not extra sensitive. It's very controlled and predictable, which is what I like. And on top of all that, you are getting an increase of power and torque because you can feel it as soon as you start laying into that pedal. You feel that extra oomph in the power, and it feels great. And being that I have a lifted truck on 26 by 14 wheels on 38 by 15.5-inch tires, that's a very heavy wheel. And on the stock configuration, the truck can feel a tad bit sluggish running some large wheels like this. But on the Stealth Performance module, I don't really feel that sluggishness anymore. It feels awesome, and I'm really happy with it. So at the end of the day, my overall impressions of the Stealth Performance module, I definitely give it a thumbs up and give it a go. It's a great product. It definitely delivers with its promises of reduced lag, increased throttle response, and increased power and torque at low to mid range. And it's an easy plug and play device. So if any of you out there are looking to gain additional performance on your diesel truck, I definitely recommend the Stealth Performance module. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope this video helps some of you out. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section and I'll get back to you when I can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you all. And as always, see you in the next video.